Beautiful. Snowy. Amazing. Serene. Almost too much like heaven. It was the exact opposite last night. Sorry about that.
Man, so I was the janitor on duty here when the Grendel attacked. I don't know what you guys are thinking. You're thinking he probably lost that arm that I lost when Grendel attacked here, but that's not true. I'm gonna tell you, that was one time. Me and Craig Meddy, we were in high school. We were like, hey, we were smoking a little pot. We were high as a kite. We were like, hey, let's break into a Quickie Mart, steal a bunch of liquor and beer and cigarettes so we're in a Quickie Mart right now. Got all my distilled vodka. And Craig's grabbing, shoving in his shirt, and all of a sudden this FOB comes out. It's fresh off the boat. He was working as a cashier. He comes out, pulls the shotgun out from underneath the counter. Boom! Hits me right there in the shoulder. I'd have my arm amputated. Went to jail for 5 years for that, but didn't graduate high school, so I had to become a janitor. So anyway, I was working as a janitor. There was just as the shift started. So I was just coming on. I hear all this damn noise. And man, I'm telling you, these guys are always making noise. They're always drinking.
We're getting ready for the battle the next day, so we decided to have a few drinks, meet a little women, meet a couple girls, huh? And then turns out we got a little too much to drink.
Always partying, always they got the women, so I'm just like, whatever, I'm gonna stay out of this. I hear the calm after the storm, you might say. Or actually the saying is calm before the storm. But in this instance, it was the calm after the storm. So it's quiet, so I'm thinking, they're passed out.
So we're drinking, and then you got Jake over here in the corner. He's going to Macarena for 6 hours straight because the DJ, Philip is the name of the DJ. He's playing the Macarena for 6 hours straight. I'm like, hey, come on, turn that off already. So finally, I said, hey, turn off the Macarena, or I'm gonna stab you with my sword. I call it, I don't have a name for it yet, but I will.
They've gotten, they've got their jollies. They're ready to go to bed. I'm gonna go clean up the mess.
And then, he's turned off the Macarena. And then that's when I got tired. I got really tired really fast. And then the Macarena boy's still dancing. He didn't even know the music was off yet. And then, so I fell asleep. And then all of a sudden, I wake up and it's quiet. There's nothing. So I'm like, hey, everything's normal. Everything's perfect. I'm gonna go back to bed. I go back to bed on the floor. It's not really bed. I went back to the floor. I went back to floor. And then I slept there on the floor with my fellow, comrades. They worked with me. They were soldiers with me. The dancers the night before, they were all sleeping and tired. Building's still falling apart over there. I don't know what to do. But anyway, I went back to the floor and I was sleeping. I wake up to the sounds of screaming and shouting and blood and guts.
I go in there, there's blood and guts, human excrement, feces. I counted them, 3.5 fetuses.
Being thrown all over the place. I even think there were some fetuses lying around the ground. I don't know why. But, maybe some of the guys are pregnant. I have no idea. So I wake up and there's a big monster. He grabs my head. Thank God I had this helmet on. It's covered in blood now. But I have my helmet on and he kind of stabbed through it and I bled a little bit, but that was just the veins inside my hair. So I'm alright. That's not, those get repaired fast. And I took out my sword and I said, listen, monster, I know who you are. Your name's Grendel. And I said, hey, Grendel, turn around, go back to the hell that you came from, that dark and gloomy place, or else I'll send you to the real one, the real hell and dark and gloomy place. He didn't turn around. He kept biting my head. So my next instinct was to play dead. And that's just what I did. Except I think I really died for a couple minutes, but I came back. And then, yeah, I woke up again. He's gnawing on my leg like it's a freaking dog bone or something. Then they gave me this 21st century cast the next day. And then the next morning, as it turns out, this janitor, I don't even know his name, who cares? He's a little lowlife janitor. A little bit of alcohol problem, I think, too. And he's got one arm. Go figure. I already lost that in a skiing accident, by the way. I don't know the true story. Who cares? But I woke up, he's mopping my head.
So I was like, I'm brushing him up. I had this one dead body that I thought he was dead.
Because he thought it was part of the floor. I said, dude, what are you doing to my head with that mop on my head because it's all bloody, and you're trying to mop up my head that's not even part of the floor that you think it is. And it wasn't.
Freaking, leg torn all up and laying on the ground. And he's like, hey, what are you doing hitting me with that mop?
Yeah, it was me.
And I was like, yeah, I'm sorry about that. I didn't know you weren't dead. So, I was like, dude, you want me to get you some help? And he says to me, he says, no, I'm tired.
Are you alright? I said, hey, give me some help. Get these babies some help. Get my friend's body parts some help. Because we're suffering over here. And we're gonna die if you don't get us some help. Not that we're already not dead.
So I slid him right there. And then I just kept sweeping him up. Probably took me about 13 straight hours to clean up all the blood.
And then he says, hey, I'm gonna get another beer. I'll be back in 5 minutes. I wait 5 minutes. I wait 10 minutes. I wait 50 minutes. I wait 1 hour and 3 minutes and 23 seconds to be exact, because I was counting.
So I was mopping it up. I was pushing all this stuff into a pile, a big pile of it was like a big salsa dip, pretty much, of human death.
And then he came back. He's drinking another beer, and he's just mopping everyone up. He's got his freaking tortilla chips. I don't know why, but he was pretty hungry. It looked like.